Yo, you ready? Mm-hmm. Alright. Alright. Yes, if yeah. Let me see your uniforms. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. Look.
The sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with the New York Giants. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Who'd you throw?
First carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
From the 29, Watson. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. Just a gain of a couple there. And they're going to have a third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know that.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taken from just outside the 30. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. 1st down and a little extra for Mostert.
Yeah, I'm done.
But not before he's inside the 30. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage.
Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And Washington has taken a first quarter.
They be tweaking, playing. We be overfeeding him, pass studying shit.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
I wish. I try.
And no return on this one as the fair
if I get like
catch is
Debo or
singled
somebody,
forward
that'll
and
be the
taken.
next Terry.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
46 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes.
What am I doing?
Touchdown, New York. Kadarius Toney with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Gano the extra point, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter.
I did guess play by accident, bro. Like, not by accident, but like I didn't. You feel me?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Nah, I was running cover 3, but then I guess play.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team? They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
On 1st and 10, Darnold slings this deep from McLaurin. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Darnold slings this deep.
Oh my God, man.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He's got 1 touchdown pass already in this quarter, obviously looking for number 2, and definitely not playing the check down game.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Here's Darnold. Now a leaping catch, he's got it. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 36. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. A play fake, and it's Darnold. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And they go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive. Yep.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Raheem Mostert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
You pass commit by guessing play pass.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Here's Watson. Here's Tony on the quick slant. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it. Facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And he comes back.
You gotta be kidding me, bro.
And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this,
CJ Henderson's first game starting does that shit.
We'll call this play significant.
He's been at slot. I put him at the 2nd string this week. I took out William Jackson, put him on the slot.
Too shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Watson off play action. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They'll run with Gibson. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. one quarter, 14-7 our score. They'll run. It's Gibson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
He's got the first down inside the 10, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football.
Oh my God.
Extra point try good by Gano. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
That's him right there.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best and don't worry about the rest of it.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Darnold. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. That's Deron Payne with a sack.
I had him right.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now Darnold. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, right at the 40. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now it's Darnold. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Darnold from the gun. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
Fuck!
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. That's out to the flat for Gibson. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Gibson here running out of the gun. It's a 1st down and more for Gibson. And all the way up to the 46.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage. And we're still in the 2nd quarter.
On 1st and 10, Watson finds his tight end Ingram. That catch good for only a couple.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Watson. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson, and he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. On the draw, it's Gibson. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point
like 15.
of attack, especially against the big body guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our 1st half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14. Play action, it's Watson. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 126 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this 1st half. He will push his way down to about the 14. The Giants going to go ahead and use the 1st of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Watson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Here's Watson. Firing quickly.
Let's go, man. Good tackle.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now it's Watson. He targets Ingram for another grab. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It'll go as a loss of a yard on what should be the final play of the 1st half.
Let's go. Better hold up, hoes.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even 1st half, all tied on the scoreboard.
Take one back, son.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the 1st half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, they'll run it with Mostert, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive line said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. It's complete to Fuller. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And oh, he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. Yeah, he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. To throw is Darnold. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run right side with Mostert. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. Mostert hit, and he drops the ball. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the third quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Faking the give. Now Watson. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for the Giants. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Gibson. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. Gibson again. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Roundtree. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They'll go. It's Gibson.
Fuck!
For a Giant touchdown. Antonio Gibson. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Play action. It's Darnold. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Second down and 10, Darnold. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold slings this deep from McLaurin. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Giants are going to get the football here at their own 23.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
After the interception, here's Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, right back to Gibson. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Watson. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Watson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
Well, that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical. Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Once again, it's Mostert. First down and a little extra for Mostert. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
A run there with Mostert as he'll push this forward and call it a 4-yard gain on first down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Darnold from the red zone now. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Faking the give, Darnold. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Darnold now to throw. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. Touchdown! Raheem Mostert. He scored on the ground and through the air. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Now a 1st down throw. Watson, a short throw to Ingram. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And he wisely will throw that one away.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And here's a give to Gibson. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. That catch good for only a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. A handoff for Gibson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Watson.
Bro, I have you at 25 yards, bro. What the fuck are you doing?
He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Going for it all. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. They'll try it now with Mostert. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Darnold. And he rifles one incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Darnold to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now Darnold. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Taylor just fucked me.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Fourth down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. Here's Fuller with a catch. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Here's Darnold. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
Oh my God, Sam Darnold, what are you doing?
Not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He lets this one fly.
Let's go, Terry. Stop playing with him, niggas. Tell them niggas stop playing with you.
Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. A very important extra point there, up and good, and that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has
About time you fucking 25 yards deep.
get out of bounds.
God damn.
Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Here's Watson. Into the hands of Ingram. Out across the 40-yard line before he's brought down. So a 1st down and then some. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Watson to throw. He's going to let it fly. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defense,
my sir almost played with my money, cuz, no cap.
But not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
And they take a knee, and we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So time
you should have won.
In the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee. So it's Washington getting the victory here, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down.
It's all good. Nigga threw, bro. That Jabril Peppers pick. Like I don't get how fucking Terry has inside leverage and still doesn't get in front of him.
offense.
That
They had
makes no
3
fucking sense.
takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Washington, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Miami next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down.
Yeah, that was a good game.
They will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Terry, baby. Yeah, I was waiting for you to go to cover 2, bro. That shit was pissing me off. Terry went 4 for 100 and 2 touchdowns. Phil Willer 4 for 80. Bro, Sir went 3 for 40. No, 3 for 140. 10 yards a pop. 13 for 140. Sir, bro, I kept hitting you too. Kept hitting you with fucking Grand Up and you wouldn't fumble. Buckner just got 2 plus excel plus 1 hit power on a fucking attribute thing. Yeah.